Okay, here we are again. As you can see, I already did some mouth modeling here. I'm, this is all a lot of repetition. So, thinking about the chin and thinking a little bit how it's going to match up. But the tip of the nose is usually quite difficult. So I like to concentrate on areas which are a bit more complicated by themselves, and then I'll worry about connecting it all together later. So here we're just taking a plane and doing the exact same thing again to create the tip of the nose and create a nice face. It's you're just trying to lay a grid on a face. And I'm not saying that my way here is perfect. It definitely is not. I didn't spend a lot of time on it, but it gets the job done. We're going to sculpt it in ZBrush, and I just want to have some topology to work with. I know you can just take a sphere in ZBrush and create some eyes and do all that stuff, but this way I know that the topology at least is there and supports what I want to sculpt. Yeah, that just gives me peace of mind, I guess. Or it just, well, that's not exactly right. It creates a better sculpt. It's easier to sculpt, and it won't fight you, so to speak. All right, so as you can see, just placing the vertices. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit and show you guys a little bit further on. All right, so as you can see, it's starting to look like a face. My face, yay. What's next? Well, just adding detail and sort of working towards making it all fit. Nothing new here. See, this is modeling for you, just moving points around, and I just really like that. It's very zen, or just meditative. You just sort of lost in it, and that's the way it should be. And they're little puzzles, how am I gonna create this without creating too many points? How am I gonna match this up? How am I gonna create a nice edge flow? And those are interesting problems for me, and maybe for you as well, because you're listening to this. Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit and show you guys the next step. Okay, there we go. Trying to match it up. I'm not connecting them yet, but I am snapping vertices, which allows me to select both objects and set my selection modes to components, and then I can still move them around and keep looking from the side, from the front. Look at it from all angles and try to create something which works. And like a face has a lot of weird angles in it, and you should really look carefully. And once again, I'm not the world's greatest character modeler, but if I just take enough time, I can create something, right? So I'm going to jump ahead a little bit and show you guys a little bit later, just because I don't want to bore you. Well, adding more edge loops and starting to think about the little corner of the nose. That's a difficult area because a lot of stuff comes together and it sort of goes under. So, we have to think about that. As you can see, the edge loop we made around the eye, that's always an easy one because it's going to be there. And yeah, so that's relatively easy. I wouldn't say that modeling a face or a head is easy, but you know, at least modeling that is easy. Always use snapping. So if you press V, vertices will snap to vertices, which is important. What is important as well here, if you model this, that all these edges will have to propagate all over the head. So you might want to snap some together and you know, use a few tricks to make sure that not all these edges have to propagate, because otherwise you're going to get all these detail on the back of the head where you don't need it, and you're probably not going to sculpt there anyway. And for my purposes, I'm not going to show the back of the head. I'm just going to make a still and just going to show the front. So that's still I want to show you guys. So let me jump ahead a little bit more and let's see where we are. Oh, excuse me. So here we go. Look, it's you know, starting to look like a face again. Sorry for repeating myself. It's hard to talk all the time and come up with new stuff, so I apologize. As you can see, it all sort of matches up, so I'm going to see how it looks with the other side. So I'm just going to create an instance which sort of and with a negative scale 1 in the X. So if I move anything on the left side, then it will automatically move on the right side as well. You know, fairly happy. I don't know why I always looked at Asian. Nothing against being Asian, but I don't know. Whenever I model my head, which, you know, you're your own best model, right? I come out really looking Asian. Well, I guess maybe that's a compliment then. I'm not ready to duplicate it to the other side yet, but it's good to look at it like this, because it gives you a much better idea of shape and dimension. All right, let me skip ahead a little bit more and see where we go. Okay, so I created an ear. Same principle, just created a face path across the rim of the ear and extruded it and added some faces to go in. And well, here I'm using the well, what's it called? Let me look that up for you guys. The soft modification tool, of course. Sorry about that. You know, you forget the names of these tools sometimes. Which helps me. It's not going. Which is nice to move a lot of points. It's nice later on. It's sort of ZBrushy. And especially once you get more points, it is nice to move them without, you know, it sort of falls off to the sides. You know, looking at it smoothed. Also a good thing to do. See where it sort of goes, and then get rid of the eye, which is a bit scary if you look at it from the front camera. And as you can see, we're sort of, you know, almost done. I think the next lesson we'll create the back of the head and we'll add it to our blocking model and see how we go. All right, see you guys there.